The highlights of today's defense news, 18th of August 25. DRDO develops minefield marking system for Indian Army to enable faster semi-automated deployment. L&T partners with Japan's ITOCHU for developing green ammonia project in Gujarat. Odisha government approves 80 crore incentive for MRO facility at Bhubaneswar Airport. Fast track implementation process of UK FTA. Rolls-Royce is considering establishment of an MRO facility for AE2100 engine used by the Air Force. Ikshak delivered to Navy marks over 80% local content. Astrophel Aerospace and IN-SPACEe Inc. MOU for reusable rocket technology and propulsion testing. Maharashtra to get 6 shipyard clusters, eyes 6,600 crore investments and 40,000 jobs. AMCA to be first fifth generation jet with internal fuel tank in Weapons Bay. Two more defense industrial corridors to boost India's self-reliance in defense. In the global highlights, Honeywell awarded US government contract to develop quantum sensor-based navigation systems. A look at the news in detail. Indian Army uses minefield marking as a critical activity to provide immediate warnings and visual signs near hazardous areas. This process, which involves placing pickets and tying ropes between them, establishes a physical barrier that distinguishes between danger zones from cleared areas. The task is currently supported by the minefield marking equipment Mark I developed by R&DE. To enhance the speed and reduce human effort in this process, the minefield marking equipment Mark II has been developed. The upgraded system is designed for semi-automatic operation with minimal manual intervention. It is capable of marking minefields more efficiently and is suitable for deployment in the plains of Punjab as well as the semi-desert and desert regions of Rajasthan. The Mark II equipment is mounted on a Tatra 6x6 vehicle platform and can erect pickets at adjustable distances ranging from 10 to 35 meters in 5-meter intervals. While the system automatically rolls out nylon ropes from its onboard spools, manual effort is still required to tie the ropes to the pickets at two height levels. The equipment can continuously place up to 500 pickets in one operation. Depending on soil conditions and spacing, it can cover a perimeter of at least 1.2 kilometers per hour using 15-meter intervals. 10 spools are installed on board, each carrying 1.5 kilometers of rope, enabling the system to support up to 15 kilometers of fencing in a single run. The system comprises mechanical, electrical, electronic, and pneumatic subsystems. Its mechanical elements include one picket storage unit, one picket holder assembly, a pneumatic system, buffer assembly, 10 rope spools with braking mechanisms, a container, platform, one linear motor guide, and seating for two operators. The electrical subsystem includes a power pack, power distribution unit, linear motor lighting, and ventilation. A linear motor is used to hammer the pickets into the ground, resting on a stopper when not in use. The stopper is actuated by an electrical actuator. A diesel generator supplies the required power, which is regulated by the PDU based on the equipment's demands. L&T Energy Green Tech has entered into an agreement with ITOCHU Corporation of Japan to develop and commercialize a green ammonia project in Gujarat. L&T Energy Green Tech is a wholly owned subsidiary of Larsen and Toubro. LTech has signed a joint development agreement with ITOCHU Corporation of Japan to develop and commercialize a 300 KTPA green ammonia project at Kandla in Gujarat and is aimed at primarily supplying maritime bunkering fuel to Singapore. For the defense sector, this initiative holds strategic value by enhancing energy security, reducing reliance on imported fossil fuels, and enabling dual use infrastructure that could support naval logistics and refueling operations. Green ammonia also opens avenues for sustainable defense applications like fuel cells for unmanned systems, hybrid electric platforms, and net zero military installations. The Odisha government has approved a proposal to extend additional incentives for the establishment of MRO facilities at the Biju Patnaik International Airport in Bhubaneswar. The project, spearheaded by Airworks India, will receive an additional incentive package of more than 80 crores, supplementing the existing industrial policy. The administration would provide a 50% capital investment subsidy to the company. While the industrial policy resolution of 2022 allows a 30% subsidy, the cabinet has approved an additional 20%. Further, the government will cover the rental cost of the facility for 2 years and the cost of ESI EPF contributions for the manpower employed by the company. Airworks India, the country's oldest and largest third party MRO provider, has been chosen as the anchor investor to establish and operate the BPIA facility. The project forms a key component of Odisha's building and management of aviation assets and network scheme aimed at bolstering civil aviation infrastructure. India's aviation sector is on a rapid growth trajectory, with the country expected to become the world's third largest aviation market after the US and China. India has requested the United Kingdom to fast track the ratification process of the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement so that it enters into force as early as possible and help Indian exporters diversify. If in the next 6 months the India UK trade agreement gets operationalized, it will immediately provide zero duty access to Indian exports, so any disadvantage from tariff differential that the exports may face in the US may get covered in the UK. Pending the operationalization of CETA, the government is encouraging exporters to reach out to businesses in the UK for contracts so that the trade can start flowing immediately. The 13th round of negotiations on the FTA with the EU is scheduled in the second week of September. On FTA with Oman, negotiations on the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement has been concluded and the agreement will be signed when dates are decided mutually by both the countries. India and Association of Southeast Asian Nations concluded the latest round of negotiations on the review of the ASEAN India Trade in Goods Agreement on 13th of August. The deadline for the completion of the review is also 2025 end. With New Zealand, two rounds of negotiations on the FTA have happened, while negotiations are also happening with Peru and Chile. Other than signing new FTA, the government is also encouraging exporters to increase utilization of the pacts that have already been operational. For this, uh, the, for this, the facilitation to the exporters is being provided. Rolls-Royce is considering establishing an MRO capability in India for the AE2100 engine, which is operated by the Air Force, and also to scale partnerships for assembly and testing related to the multi-role transport aircraft program. This initiative is also closely aligned with the India UK CETA that recently came into effect and aims to accelerate Rolls-Royce aerospace and defense engagement with India. Additionally, Rolls-Royce recently announced plans to double its sourcing from India over the next 5 years, expanding its supply chain footprint in India, especially for complex aero engine parts. The company seeks to bring more global technical expertise closer to where it is needed while engaging and nurturing local talent and supplier ecosystems through its collaborative partnerships. Rolls-Royce has several joint ventures and long-standing partnerships in India, including those with Hindustan Aeronautics, Force Motors, Tata, Godrej, and Bharat Forge, underpinning its commitment to embedding its aerospace and defense operations within India. Ikshak, the third of four survey vessels, the 102nd ship steered by the Indian Navy's Warship Design Bureau, built at GRSC and overseen by Warship Overseeing Team, was delivered to Indian Navy on 14th of August. The first ship of the class, INS Sandhayak, was commissioned on 3rd of February 24 and the second, INS Nirdeshak, on 18th December 24. The contract for four survey vessels was signed on 30th of October 2018. The SVL ships are designed and built as per classifications rules of Indian Registrar of Shipping by GRSC, Kolkata. The ship aims at full-scale coastal and deep-water hydrographic survey of port, harbour approaches and determination of navigational channels and routes. The ship will also collect oceanographic and geophysical data for defense and civil applications. With a displacement of about 3,400 tons and overall length of 110 meters, Ikshak is fitted with state-of-the-art hydrographic equipment like data acquisition and processing system, autonomous underwater vehicle, remotely operated vehicle, DGPS long-range positioning system, and digital side scanner sonar. Powered by two diesel engines, the ship can achieve speeds in excess of 18 knots. The keel of the ship was laid on 6th of August 21 and the ship was launched on 26th of December 22. Astrophel Aerospace forged a significant alliance with IN-SPACEe under the, under the Department of Space to advance reusable rocket technologies and propulsion system testing. Through this newly inked MOU, Astrophel secures access to several of ISRO's premier facilities, empowering it to conduct critical technical reviews, comprehensive system level testing, and stringent qualification activities for its innovative semi cryogenic propulsion systems. The Joint Project Implementation Plan framework, as outlined in the MOU, facilitates project specific technical assistance encompassing everything from intricate design validation to hands on support for rigorous testing campaigns essential for accelerating the development cycle and de risking novel aerospace technologies. Financially, the MOU builds on recent funding momentum of Astrophel Aerospace. The company has raised 6.84 crore rupees specifically for developing a reusable launch hopper, a core demonstration platform for its flagship launch vehicle program. Supplementing this, an additional $5 million has been secured to deepen investment into reusable rocket engine technology and to scale up commercial production of cryogenic valves and other high performance components. This capital infusion supports accelerated hiring, expanded manufacturing capabilities, and bolstered R&D. Maharashtra is setting sail on an ambitious plan to boost its maritime sector by developing large-scale marine shipyard clusters along its coastline. The proposed hubs will cater to shipbuilding, repairs, recycling, and allied services and are expected to attract over 6,600 crores in investment and create 40,000 jobs by 2030. The Maharashtra Maritime Board, the nodal agency for the sector, has shortlisted six potential coastal locations with three sites: Nandgaon in Palghad, Dighi in Raigad, and Vijaydurg in Sindhudurg, being evaluated for the first cluster. A consultant will soon be appointed to conduct a detailed techno-economic feasibility study and prepare a detailed project report. The proposed shipyard at Nandgaon will be the largest, spread across 2,666 acres, including 2,444 acres of land and 225 acres of intertidal zone. The Dighi shipyard is planned over 2550 acres, while the Vijaydurg facility will require 1,371 acres. The initiative follows the state cabinet's approval in April of the Shipbuilding, Ship Repair and Ship Recycling Policy 2025, the first of its kind in Maharashtra. The policy offers a capital subsidy of 15% of project cost, up to 1 crore for skill development per project, and up to 25 crores for research and development. It also assures assistance in permits, approvals, and land allocation on concessional terms with 30-year renewable leases. AMCA is set to be India's first fifth generation fighter jet, featuring both a concealed internal fuel tank and an internal weapons bay, a hallmark of stealth aircraft design. The AMCA is designed with cutting edge internal systems that enhance its stealth and combat capabilities. One of its standout features is the internal fuel tank, capable of carrying up to 6.5 tons of fuel, which allows the aircraft to conduct deep penetration strikes up to 1,000 kilometers into enemy territory without relying on external fuel tanks, thereby maintaining a low radar signature. Complementing this is the internal weapons bay, which houses armaments within the aircraft's fuselage. This configuration eliminates the need for external pylons, significantly reducing the radar cross-section and enhancing survivability in contested airspace. The weapons bay is engineered to accommodate a range of indigenous and advanced weapon systems, making the AMCA a formidable platform for next-generation aerial warfare. The government is set to establish two new defense industrial corridors, one in Maharashtra and the other in Assam, in the coming months. This move follows the success of the two existing corridors in Uttar Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, which have made notable progress since their launch in 2018. The Maharashtra corridor plan includes three industrial clusters: Sambhajinagar, Ahilyanagar, Pune, Nasik, Dhule, Nagpur, and Nagpur. Assam corridor, these clusters will build on the state's existing industrial ecosystem, especially in automotive and precision engineering. The corridor is expected to support eastern frontier defense needs, generate economic opportunities in the northeast, strengthen the Make in India initiative. The strategic importance of the new corridors: balanced regional development. Corridors in the west and east will complement the north-south network. Enhanced defense capabilities, closer proximity to strategic borders and operational commands. Private sector boost, increasing participation in manufacturing and innovation. Global highlights: Honeywell has been selected by US Defense Innovation Unit to participate in the Transition of Quantum Sensing program. The program aims to accelerate adoption of quantum sensors to address near-term alternative position, navigation and timing, and intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance applications for the US Joint Forces Command. Honeywell has been chosen to support the TQS program under the two DoD contracts: CRUISE, that is the Compact Rubidium Unit for Inertial Sensing and Estimation, and QUEST, Quantum Enabled Sensor Technologies for MagNav. The cruise program, established by the DoD in partnership with Vector Atomic, will focus on developing quantum sensor-based inertial measurement units to provide a standalone navigation solution without relying on traditional global navigation satellite systems susceptible to jamming and spoofing. Honeywell will support the development of this quantum sensor-based technology, which will enable the measurement of acceleration and orientation from an IMU mounted to a vehicle to calculate changes in position and velocity. As a result, it will meet next generation performance requirements at a lower size, weight, and power than existing products. The QUEST program aims to advance the performance of magnetic anomaly aided navigation, which is a GNSS independent navigation technique that uses quantum magnetometers to leverage measurements of the magnetic field of the Earth as a navigation signal. Through the program, the DoD aims to improve these quantum magnetometers and demonstrate their utility in GNSS denied flight. Building on its deep expertise in innovative navigation solutions, Honeywell's main contribution will be to generate novel algorithms that utilize these sensors and improve navigation accuracy. That's the news for today. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you and have a great week ahead.